All right, what I've got here, I call these Super Chocolate Brownies with white chocolate nuggets, because those in there, those little nuggets of white chocolate. So you've just got, this is super chocolatey. Bite into that. Oh, just flavor and gooey chocolate in there from the melted chocolate nuggets. A lot of butter is used in this, so it's really buttery and delicious. Just about like caramelized. It's so good. Let's go into the kitchen and bake up a batch right now. Now to make our super chocolate brownies with white chocolate nuggets, here are the ingredients. What we've got here, first of all, the chocolate. So there's 6 ounces or 170 grams of dark chocolate, which are broken into pieces. They could be anywhere between ½ inch, ¼ inch, so 5 millimeters to 12 millimeters. And the same goes to the white chocolate. Again, that's also 6 ounces, 170 grams, broken into pieces. 3 eggs, 3/4 cup of flour, 3/4 cups of butter, a ½ cup of the Demerara brown sugar. That's that really, kind of a sticky, molassesy brown sugar, and a ½ cup of regular sugar, or in my case, I like to use the cane sugar. And then we've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla and a ½ teaspoon of salt. So first thing we're going to do is melt the butter in a small pan. And what we're using here is, I'm using a smaller element, or the smaller burner, because it burns at a lower flame. We want to keep this as low as possible. Don't want to burn that chocolate. So first, let's melt that butter. I'm keeping that at a very low flame. And we just got to wait for the butter to melt first. Then we're going to add in the dark chocolate and the 2 sugars. So let's be right back once that butter's melted. All right. The butter has melted. I've got the flame on its lowest possible setting. In go the 2 sugars. So in goes the regular sugar, in goes the Demerara sugar. Gonna give that a little stir around in there. Get that slowly dissolving into the butter. Whoa, and somebody escaped. All right, so that's dissolving. Now, in goes the dark chocolate. Now notice the white chocolate's not going in. That stays unmelted because, oops, we want to have them as nuggets. So now, here, low flame. This is really good if you can do it in a double boiler. Is even safer that you don't burn the chocolate, but I actually have a double boiler and I'm not using it. I like to just do it in here. Just give it a, let's keep stirring it. Make sure it doesn't get to sit on top of the flame. That's always moving around until you just see the chocolate is melted. All right, that chocolate is melted, so off goes the flame. Now what we're going to do, get a medium-sized bowl, crack the eggs into it. What we're going to do is we're going to whisk those eggs first. Take the whisk up the eggs. In goes the salt. In goes the vanilla. Give that a little whisk. And now, all I'm going to do is mix that into the chocolate. So in goes that egg. That off to one side. Mix that in. So make sure it's well combined before we add in the flour. All right, that's looking good. And now even that pan will cool off enough I can put it on my counter here. So let's get some of these things out of the way. Now in goes the flour. Now with the flour, I want to mix it gently just until it's combined. You just want to get the flour combined. You don't want to whip it, beat it, just kind of combine it in there until the flour is mixed in. Basically what you're doing here is gently folding it in. And once you see the flour mixed in like this, that is good to go. So now, this has cooled down a bit. Yeah. So it's not going to melt our nuggets right away. So in go the white chocolate nuggets. Mix those just enough to combine them in there. Get them all distributed throughout the brownie dough. Brownie batter. That's good. All right, so what I've done here is I've prepared a baking pan, a 9x9 baking pan. First I've done is rub butter all around it, everywhere. And then I laid in some cooking paper, just across one way. It doesn't matter these two sides, I'm not worried about them. Mainly I'm worried about the bottom more than anything else. I've laid in put cooking paper, then I've buttered it a little bit. Notice I've left it sticking out a little bit on either side. Afterwards, that makes it so easy just to pull the brownies out of there. All right, so let's pour the brownie batter into here. And then I'm going to spread it out. And there we go. That's ready to go in the oven. Now, that oven is over there. It's just about heated up and ready. It's at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. And this is going to go in for 35 to 40 minutes. We're going to check it after it's at the 35-minute mark. I'll be back here. We're going to check it, see if it's done. All right, see you in 35 minutes. All right, so that's been cooking for the 35 minutes. And as you can see, it's got some pitting in the top. So it looks like it's baked. Should be ready. We're going to give it the skewer test anyways. So I'm just going to get in an angle. Oh yeah, that feels, it's coming out clean. Just little crumbs. That is done. Perfect. So, going to let it sit here and cool. And you see there's still some butter, and the butter is going to slowly absorb back into the brownies. The butter that was kind of bubbling around the sides here. Let that cool, and in about 10-15 minutes, it should be ready. I can just lift it out and plop it onto a cooling rack. All right, enjoy those. They are absolutely delicious. Now, if you go to the link appearing on the screen, you can get the free printable recipe for Super Chocolate Brownies with white chocolate nuggets on our website. So go print out a recipe, have fun making and eating these delicious treats, and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.